Hello friends, this is Joanna. Welcome to my channel. I know you guys are all busy and that's why it makes it even more special that you decide to spend those few minutes with me. And I have a fun project for you guys. I'm using something that I haven't used before and I'm so excited to share it with you. Now, a lot of you guys have used that clay in the past, but I haven't. And I am so super excited to try it out and see how it really looks in real life. I've seen it on a lot of videos, so here we go. So I told you guys that a lot of you guys are using this clay. I am not used to Cernit, especially translucent Cernit, which I wanted to kind of compare to the alcohol colored translucent clay that I use, but my Michaels was running low on clay and I actually had to step out of the box and go and order online. So there you have it. These are the colors I'm going to be using except for the yellow, and I'm going to list all the colors in the description below. So the lime green, the turquoise, and the sapphire blue are getting a nice chop. I am going to use some of the purple as well. I added a little bit of purple to it, and a gold leaf is going in. Now I'm trying to mix the gold leaf. I'm adding quite a bit of it, but I do want it to be completely covered by gold leaf. And yes, I do listen to you guys. The last time I was chopping things and I had silver leaf on it and I couldn't have all the pieces stick together, someone said, well, why don't you use liquid translucent clay? So there you go. I'm using liquid translucent clay to put it all together and turn it into one beautiful ball. So you just have to go squish it nicely, and we are going to be ready to start slicing or shaving, whichever way you want to go. So I rolled up some translucent clay. That's going to be the backing for the pendant, and now I'm deciding, I think I was slicing and then I decided to shave a little bit too. So there you have it. These are my pieces. You can see that the pieces are actually pretty big, but this is my practice run. So I want to see how actually this translucent, the colored translucent, looks after we bake it. So in order not to distort the design too much, I'm just using my paper, running it over the clay to smooth out all the edges, but I still don't want it to be rolled out too much. And now I'm just gonna make one pendant with it, because I'm gonna throw it in the oven and I'm going to decide how I like it. So I'm just cutting it out. I kind of wanted to add some design to it because I've noticed that I'm using this cutter an awful lot, and a lot of you might be thinking, oh my gosh, she has absolutely no imagination. So here's my imagination in action, okay? I decided that I'm going to take the two edges, the top and the bottom, and I'm going to make it a little swervy. See, that's how far my imagination goes. That's how boring I am. But this was just a little twist to the pendant. This was really my trial. I had absolutely no idea how it was going to come out, how it was going to look when it comes out from the oven. I only have seen other people use it, and I know that they had really great success with it. So there you have it. I'm going to throw this in the oven at 260 degrees, 30 minutes, and look at that. Okay, so this is after I baked it in the oven and I added resin to it, so you can see how much it's changing. It looks so beautiful. It's definitely translucent, but I think I want to do some things to it. I was not completely satisfied with the outcome. Now, what I'm doing here is I grabbed a piece of translucent, I rolled it out, and I'm placing gold leaf on top. Now, I wanted to create a crackle on it, so you kind of have to, you want to make sure that the translucent that you have, or the clay that you have, and you're going to be creating a crackle on, there's some give to it, because that clay needs to stretch in order to create the crackle effect. So you can see that we have it here. Now, let me tell you that this probably doesn't make any difference in the outcome of my next pendant. Okay, because now I'm grabbing the leftovers and I'm like, you know, I'm not completely satisfied with the pendant, so I want to reuse the translucent mixture that I have, but I wanted to take off as much of the translucent clay from the back. And also I did not like the purple. I thought the purple was a little bit too big, so basically I chopped the purple into tiny little pieces, and then I took the rest of it and I chopped it in as well. There are some translucent pieces in it at this point, but at least all the pieces are going to be smaller, and my purple is going to be smaller because I just was not a huge fan of those big pieces of purple. So there you go, I'm adding more gold leaf to it, and we're going to continue pretty much the same way as I did before, with the exception I didn't have to add the liquid clay because it was sticky enough to stick together in the ball. So I was hoping that my slices would show the gold leaf underneath, you know, the gold leaf that has the crackle, but really I'm not sure if that was the case. But you can see I'm shaving it off here, so it has a completely different design. It's the same clay, the same colors, the same everything, except there's a little bit more translucent in it, but look how different it looks. And of course all those shaved pieces on the right that I kept from the bottom of that I was shaving off the translucent from the bottom of my clay before I chopped it, I decided that I'm going to turn it into a pendant as well, naturally, because now at this point I don't want to waste any clay. So I'm going to be using absolutely everything. I rolled out some clay, I'm going to put those shavings on top, and I'm going to create a very quick and very simple pendant with both pieces. So there you have it. I'm using paper once again to smooth it out, and this is with the shavings of the translucent. So that's going to be that one pendant. I'll show you guys how that turns out, and then I'm going to continue on and cut out a bunch of pendants with my main piece of clay. And what I love about it is well, first of all, the pieces are much smaller, so there's a little bit more interest, but there's also more gold in it that came out, and I love that variation. I think you can really find those really neat spots that you want to cut your pendant, and you know that it's going to be very, very interesting and beautiful piece. And you guys can totally skip this part. I'm going to reuse all my leftovers to create another pendant, one last pendant. I just didn't want to get rid of all my little pieces, the leftover pieces. So hey, this is my staple shape, right? I mean, after I shaped it, I decided that I'm going to shape it off just a little bit to have the design come through, and I was very happy with the way it actually came out. It came out really, really nice. You guys will see it after I take it out from the oven. But right now 230 degrees, 260 degrees, because there's a different temperature for that. 260, 30 minutes, and there you go. Okay, so this is the first one that I made, and you see how big those pieces are, but you can see that how beautifully translucent they are. I just love the way the colors came out. Now look at these. Okay, so that one on the right was the one with the leftover shavings of the translucent, and there I have all those pieces that I just created, and oh my gosh, I am so in love with the colors. I'm so glad I cut the purple into smaller pieces because it's there, but it's not there. The sapphire is to die for. The lime green, it's there, but it's almost like yellowish. It's just so beautiful. I was just in awe with this pendant, and I'm not really into gold colors, but these gold leaf, oh my gosh. And this is the one with the leftovers. Look how neat that came out. You can see that I'm gonna have to put another layer of resin on it, which is not unusual, and I'm gonna have to clean up the edges, but this came out super beautiful as well. So I know that a lot of you guys, especially from Australia, are using Cernit a lot, and I have to tell you that I absolutely love this translucent clay. It was just so much fun to play with it. It is so vibrant. I really do hope you guys like the way these pendants came out, because they honestly, as always, were so simple to put together, and look at the outcome. With that being said, my friends, hope you're having a wonderful day, and till next time. Ta-ta!